Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Friday morning. It's Stephen Whiteside here from theuptrend.com. Well, today should be a fairly quiet day. Yesterday was a holiday in the US, and a lot of people in the financial world are going to turn this into a 4-day long weekend. That's certainly not an option for the majority of the population, but in the financial world, there's a lot more flexibility. And so we should expect a fairly quiet trading day. Now, we do have the Philadelphia Fed Manufacturing Index coming out at 8:30. That could certainly change the direction of the market. But so far, stock index futures have been down slightly all night. We do have commodities mixed. We've got gold down about $30, while crude oil is up 50 cents in the pre-market on Friday morning. Now, so far this week, it's been a fairly quiet week. It's been an inside week for a lot of areas of the market, including the Dow. The S&P 500 is just up slightly. The Dow is down slightly. The S&P is up slightly. A little more strength in the NASDAQ, but again, it's an inside week, so a week of indecision. Then we've got the Russell 2000 up over 0.5% on the week. And then looking at the TSX Composite Index, we're basically unchanged in percentage terms for the week, while the TSX 60 is down 0.13%. So not a lot of movement there. The price of crude oil, it continues to move higher this week, up over $3, while the price of gold pulls back, currently down $44.70 and down another 30-something dollars in the pre-market on Friday morning. Now, there's still little tension in the market. We still have the VIX for the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, and the Russell all on buy signals. That's signaling that options traders in Chicago are a little nervous about what's going to happen next in the market, and they're willing to pay up for portfolio insurance. Looking at the major index ETFs, starting off with the iShares for the TSX 60, which traded yesterday, down slightly on the day, looking for a close on Friday below $39.77. The average volume for the iShares for the TSX 60 is nearly 4.5 million shares a day. Yesterday, there was about a little over a million shares traded. Typically, I don't watch the market, the Canadian market, when the U.S. market is closed. Volumes are usually really light. And while you can see some volatility, it's hard to get good fills if nobody's playing. So I would rather just sit on my hands or, go outside for the day when the U.S. market's closed and the TSX is open. Now, taking a look at the Vanguard Canada ETF, we need to close on Friday below $54.22. Now, the charts that I show on a daily basis here are for swing traders, people who are looking at the market from a short-term point of view. We have other charts on the site for other strategies. And of course, if you want to be a position trader and you want to hold your trade longer, then the midterm chart's going to give the trade a little more breathing room. So right now, we're looking for a close on Friday below $53.20. Now, if you consider yourself an investor, then we're going to use the weekly chart. And as you can see, we're going to get kicked out of this trade on a weekly close below $51.42. And we're certainly not expecting that to happen this Friday. And over time, of course, that lower channel line is going to continue to move higher week after week after week. Now, if you're a longer term investor and you want to just check your portfolio once a month, so on the first day of every month, then you'd use the monthly chart. And coming into this weekend's action, we're looking for a close below $48.62. Now, that lower channel line, of course, is going to continue to move higher as time passes. And of course, the only thing that we'll be looking for in this chart is a monthly close. So that is the last trading day of the month. If it were to close below 48.62, then that would give us a monthly sell signal for this particular symbol. And of course, we are not looking for that at this particular time. Now, looking at the Dow, we're coming into Friday using the right side chart. We're already on a sell signal for the S&P 500. We're looking for a close on Friday below $596.22. For the NASDAQ 100 ETF, we're looking for a close below $526.92. And coming in on Friday, the Russell 2000 is already on a sell signal, so no change in trend there coming into Friday's trading action. Now, moving on, let's take a look at the TSX most actives from Thursday's trading action. And we did have a lot of inside days, not particularly with Baytech, which made a new high for this move before pulling back. We did have an inside day for Canadian Natural Resources, and then we've got Whitecap, we've got Cenovus, we've got an inside day for Suncor. Athabasca had an inside day for Tourmaline, and then we've got TD Bank pulling back slightly on the day, no change in trend there. CIBC is back on a buy signal, and I wouldn't chase that here. I don't think there's much upside from where we are right now. Then Manulife still on a sell signal, making a new low for this move on Thursday. New high for First Quantum, and then Kinross trading in the channel. So a close below $20.82 would give us a new sell signal on Friday. And this is probably not a good setup here, where we're seeing a peak back here, then a lower high and some lower highs here. So probably not a good sign for Kinross going forward if the trend to the downside continues. Then looking at TELUS, we're looking for a close on Friday above $22.15 to give us a new buy signal. Now going back to Wednesday's most actives, and it was a fairly quiet trading down Wednesday going into Thursday's holiday. So there's a Big Bear just trading water here, no change there. No change for NVIDIA. We're still just trading water up here as well. We've got Tesla trading in the channel. So a close on Friday about $331.50 would give us a new buy signal for Tesla. Then we've got Intel just again treading water here. We made a high a few days ago. We haven't taken out that high. We haven't taken out the May high. So we've got Intel fairly well contained at the moment. Then Lucid, we're looking for a close on Friday above $2.25 to give us a buy signal. There's a new high for this move for SoFi. Then looking at Ford had an inside day on Wednesday. So there's a high, there's a lower high. So that's probably not a good sign if we get a sell signal here for Ford. Then New, just trading water here, no change. No change in trend for Baytech, first energy stock on this list. And then we've got American Airlines having an inside day on Wednesday, inside day for Palantir on Wednesday. Then just a stock I thought was interesting was PG&E. It made a new low on Tuesday, came back nicely on Wednesday. Of course, it's nowhere near a buy signal on Friday, but the setup is, of course, we're down at the bottom of the panic zone. A pressure zone has formed. That's the time and place you'll look for a buy signal. But remember, this stock is very well broken. It got in the doghouse December of 2024, fell apart coming into the new year, and then the flypaper channel has acted as resistance ever since. So if we did get a buy signal here, remember the trade is just up to the flypaper channel. It's probably not going to be able to get out above it anytime soon. Okay, folks, that is all for this morning's presentation. So far, it looks like it's going to be a very quiet open on Friday morning. We do have some economic numbers coming out at 8:30. They're probably not enough to dramatically change the direction of the market. Have a great day. Next time you'll hear my voice, if you remember, is on Sunday. Otherwise, we'll be back again on Monday morning to take a look at what happened on Friday.
Thanks for tuning in until the very end of today's stock market timing educational video. If you found the content valuable, don't forget to express your support by hitting the like button, leave a comment, sharing with your friends, and subscribing to our channel for more insightful updates. Remember, in the world of stocks, timing is crucial, and following the trend can be your greatest ally. If you would like more information on how we can help you better time the stock market, please visit theuptrend.com.